Hello everyone. So I wanted to talk to you about my book Piglet. It's a book about gypsy magic, symbolism, and system, as well as family circles. So I wanted to tell you a little bit more about the process of writing, and that process is also included in the book. So let's go ahead. Um, so when working on the book, things happened. For Christmas, I got from my sister a book written by Joseph Murphy, The Power of Your Subconscious Mind. And it's a book in which the author writes that his brother-in-law died because he believed the words of the fortune teller who foreseen his death. My sister Anna told me after Christmas she met a friend of a friend, and her new friend was a fortune teller. And that new friend of hers felt she had to tell her future from tarot cards. And she did so. I didn't want my sister to spread the cards in front of anyone other than, her friends from a high school. And especially when having in mind the story of Murphy's brother-in-law who died. So the truth is, my sister Anna is married to the man who has a developed extrasensory perception. It's enough she plays cards with her own husband and he reads her future. Additionally, he reads her Akashic records every day. The choice of the book by Bernadetta wasn't random. She chose it because she wanted to. Well, to scare me with the story of Joseph Murphy, who published the book about the power of your thoughts to create your own reality. And then someone in his family died. Well, someone in my family died too. Dad died for what I was about to publish. I just didn't believe it could ever happen. Anna also felt so much anger in herself that she felt like pushing her neighbor up the stairs when I was writing my book. I mean, it was the first time in my life she told me something like that, and we used to fight physically, but I think she never wanted to push me up the stairs. My family was under a lot of threats during that time of writing. Anna, who all of a sudden had her anger issues, and then Arnold, who almost created the accident on the road. Well, he was always a fast driver, but he was always a great driver. I always felt safe when driving with him or Dad, although both of them could drive fast. So I was supposed to feel guilty and responsible for my dad's accident, and yet the story of Ron shows me my dad's accident was planned many years before it actually happened. With all that, suddenly all my sisters decided, together with my mom, that they were going to Berlin for my brother's birthday and for the New Year's Eve party. And at the same time, Dad also decided to come to Poland for the rest of Christmas holiday. So my entire family, except my brother, was packed in two cars at the same time, and they were driving the same road from Poland to Germany and from Germany to Poland, and I was worried about them. Yet this time everyone arrived safely, but soon in January Dad was killed by a driving woman on the zebra crossing. And around that time my sister Mia had a problem in the kindergarten with a friend. Her friend had her grandma at the hospital and a daughter with suicidal attempts. She would leave the classroom quite so often, either to pick up the phone, either to hand something to someone. Mia had enough. And finally she told her something, as she usually does. And then my sister had a situation with our dad, and a problem with her children at school too. Dad died, and so his classmate told her they would get rid of another girl she was friends with. And that girl probably also didn't have too many friends, and she was from Ukraine. And so she was scared and she cried. Some other time, they sent a Valentine to a boy from school, maybe even from the same class, and they signed it with Sosha's name. So I already wrote about Valentines in my book. Sosha's aunt on her father's side showed me her wardrobe full of Valentines when we were teenagers, and I had nothing to say in this regard, but it didn't bother her. She was talking about the wardrobe because that was important. You see, for gypsy girls, what they make with witchcraft is important. Who would know if there weren't any real feelings hidden behind those gifts? And who would know if that was only hypnosis? Social's teacher told her she was invisible. She did it in front of the entire class. When it was raining, all the children came to kindergarten with umbrellas, and our little Olaf had a raincoat. So the children laughed at him. Olaf brought a torch to me and told me he could tell and change the future. So a 6-year-old one can tell and change the future? I mean, really? Or is it rather his father who can do that? So I asked his mom about it, and she told me about Halloween. Okay, so we knew where the fortune-telling idea comes from, but what about changing the future? When I write about Elsa, then my 4-year-old niece Asha wants to be Elsa. My brother needs to be her, buy her a blue dress so that she could become Elsa. Oleg had a fight with his classmate during that time. Alec got the worst gift from his classmate for Santa. And his mom really complained about it, and his mom was really worried about it. My uncle turned off the central heating to my aunt and her daughter and their children. He was violent, and they had to call the police. So, at Mia's kindergarten, in a similar time frame, supposedly, 3 other teachers experienced the death of their moms or someone close to them. Well, at my work, Veronica told me her mom died, but already some time ago. And some other friend also told me the same thing, that he lost his mom. So there was a lot of coincidental events. You know, I also wrote in my book about people not reacting when seeing violence in the street. I described the exact event I saw myself in the past. So on the way to Dad's hospital, my sister Mia told me she saw a group of people attacking one boy and no one reacted. So, you know, it didn't feel nice to hear something like that after I described something like that in the book. You see, these things happened so that I would be scared of writing my book. Anyway, I cleared my path. I'm waiting for a lot of good karma, and no matter what, I believe and say my book brings a good luck and a good fortune to everyone who buys it and to anyone who reads it. So everyone, good luck and talk to you soon. Bye bye.